Good evening, all you wonderful people out there in Twitch, Facebook, and wherever you are viewing this wonderful show tonight. You have our wonderful group for Degenerates with Dice Monday Night RPG Talk Show. As usual, we've got Joe.
Say hi, Joe.
He's busy. Say hi,
Hello.
Joe.
Sorry, I'm still on the
we
producer side of things. My bad.
so I don't know which way I'm pointing to who, but for right now, Joe's on this side of me. Noah's down there.
As
Say
he
hi,
should be.
Noah.
I know.
It's your boy, the internet's favorite. Never mind. I was gonna say something.
And then
I don't
we've
wanna
got
get us canceled.
Kristen.
Hello.
So tonight we are having some technical difficulties because everybody's computers are
Uh,
like, "Hey, let's update
yeah.
now," even though
I
you don't want
think
to.
we're good though. I
Mercury's in the
think we're good now.
microwave.
I think we're
No,
Oh,
good
that's
though.
it. That makes sense.
Mine was
Mercury's
fine.
always a Mercury's always doing something,
What? The
BS.
fuck?
except for what it's supposed to be
Oh,
doing.
god damn it.
I am going to
Listen, if we're
start
doing
sharing this
fucking
shit.
astronomy and shit, then we're just down in the whole bottle. I gotta
You
get
go
in the
down
right
the whole
frame.
bottle
Bet
anyway.
you
gotta-
won't.
gotta get in the right frame of mind for this bullshit.
Bet you won't.
Like he need. I don't think he needs a reason.
No, I really don't.
Can't eat, can't
Does
sleep.
anyone need a reason?
Wait, what are
Okay,
we talking
so,
about? Because
So today we're going to be talking about a bunch of things, but I think first we should talk about gaming wins. Who had some good gaming experiences this last week?
I haven't
While I
played.
share this with
What's
a bunch of
gaming?
Facebooks. Yeah, yeah.
What's gaming? I'm not allowed to do that anymore because somebody's got work and shit.
My bad, man. Like, work tried to kill me, but I'm better now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Well,
up and
you got
running
stuck on.
Wednesday.
You were stuck quarantined. What'd you do during quarantine?
Cried.
Oh, actually, I did cry a lot because I'm a sparkling social butterfly with a touch of autism. So being by myself for long periods of time is not a good thing. It's definitely not fun. Fucking hated that shit. That
I'm
was
alone
worse
with
than
my
the
thoughts.
actual Rona. Yeah, for real. And the intrusives almost won. Um, let's see.
Same.
Monday I watched every video on YouTube, all of them, all of them.
At the same time.
Tuesday I had played so many games that I had contemplated trading in my PS5
Oh God.
because I had nothing else. I couldn't leave the office, the home office, right? And I slept in this bullshit ass recliner
Wow.
for 6 days. But yeah, it sucked hard. I reorganized my Magic binder twice. I reorganized my D&D shelf twice. I counted my dice.
Wow.
Went through my buy list on Magic. And then Thursday at 11:45, the homies brought me my copy of Legend of Zelda, and everything was better again.
I was waiting for that. I knew that it was in there somewhere.
And then Saturday, your boy tested negative for no Rona, so it's all good. I was out spreading love and happiness and shenanigans
Hold on.
throughout
You know
Erath
how
County
many
for the weekend.
snaps I got of his feet with slides and socks on?
One,
No, more than that.
One a day.
There was 5 or 6. There was 5 or 6 feet shots there.
I don't remember any of this. I remember the one because it was on purpose.
No, there was more.
Oh well, it wasn't on purpose.
Those
I
were
would not.
those were for his OnlyFans.
I would not do that to somebody.
I don't know what you're talking
I'm not gonna name names.
about. I have no idea what
So,
you're talking about.
Pardon me tonight because I do still have a little bit of the leftover Rona cough. So there's that.
So for me,
Little Jim will fix it.
my gaming experiences have been that I haven't played anything all week
None of us
for
have.
the past 2 weeks.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
suck
well,
at
no, it's not
everyone
your
again.
Well,
fault. I had to
Podcast
cancel.
over. Shut it down.
I had to cancel on one game, and then the rest of them haven't been played. I was at my friend's birthday party for a game of Pandemic. We played a game of Pandemic, and that was fun though. Saved one.
Noah was playing it IRL.
Oh, really?
Facts, son.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I did. I got a bunch of books. I got the new Savage Worlds Pathfinder box
Oh,
set
yeah.
and the Rise of the Runeslord Pathfinder box set. So I got the full campaign. I got a bunch of other stuff too. I'm trying to think. What's up? What else do we got going on? I got a bunch of other
got
books, but I can't
something.
remember right now. What's that? You got something?
I'll be right. Yeah, I gotta go. I'll be right back. Pause. Hold,
All
please.
right.
Oh, thank God she's leaving.
Trying to think
Oh,
what
she
else
didn't
I
leave yet.
bought while she's
Shit.
while she's doing that. Got a bunch of GM books that I might need to talk about in our next episode. Yeah, other than that, not much. I did find out more about the whole Magic the Gathering saga that I find interesting. Turns out they didn't even have an NDA on those cards. They only had an embargo. And if you know anything about business, an embargo means literally nothing as far as legal goes. So they had absolutely no reason to bust into that guy's house because an embargo is pretty much just like, pretty please don't say anything about this. We won't send you any more cards, and that's it. So
And my
Oh.
boy was like, embargo these nuts, son.
yeah, they had literally no legal precedent to bust into his house. So just so you know, just in
Can you
case
sue
you were
them?
wondering.
That's what I was getting ready to
Yes,
say.
I believe that's what he's doing. He hasn't made any major statements since it happened, so I assume he's suing. So
Hell yeah,
I mean,
I
it's an
would.
easy lawsuit, and Hasbro is massive, so I think they just bought him a new house in the Hamptons.
Fuck
So
yeah. Man, can have
Man, I wish they'd send a
house?
Pinkerton into my house. That's
yeah,
what I'm
I mean,
saying.
yeah. It's like, I mean, I gotta use this shotgun eventually. I gotta test
Hold
it
on.
out. You know what I mean?
Out of all the people that kicked my door down,
I know where you're going with this.
kind
I
of
know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
And speaking of people showing up to your house, apparently I might or might not be getting sued by some phone scammer.
Oh,
What?
oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Which
So-
oh,
I get this call today, right? And it comes up on the old caller ID, Erath County Courthouse, right?
oh wow.
I was like, uh-oh.
It's
That
not
can't
my-
be good.
It's not
Oh,
my child.
cash
I
and check your
promise.
number or
I
what?
promise.
Right. So I picked it up. I was like, hello? I didn't even answer with the business name like I normally would.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
hello? And they're like, we're looking for Noah. I was like,
Shit, me
who
too.
this? This is so-and-so with the Erath County Courthouse. I was like, okay, what you need, my boy? He was like, well, we need to make sure that you're going to be at the following address that's listed at your house. And they rattle off my home address. I was like, when? They were like, within the hour. I was like,
That's
probably
not how
not.
courthouses work.
Probably
That is
not.
how
Yeah.
courthouses work.
Yeah, no, I know how courthouses work.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I have firsthand knowledge.
You have a past.
Yeah, but but that really wasn't crossing my mind at the time. You know, I thought I was like, nah, he ain't gonna be around. In fact, I think he died. And they were like,
he died.
well, is this him at, this address, and this is the last four of his social, and this is his birthday? And I was like, I would really like to know how you got a hold of that information. Well, we need you to verify who you are before we can talk to you. I was like, well, who the hell is apparently suing me? Him, whoever. And they were like,
Me.
PMC Legal. And I was like, yeah, I have no clue who that is. So suck my ass from the back. And I hung up. And then I was like, that did come up as Erath County Courthouse. I think I need to call the county clerk.
Yeah.
So I called the county clerk, and a woman with a very nice and calming voice answered the phone, who was not who I was talking to. She was like, no, I don't have you on the docket for anything. I was like, all right, bet. So then I called them guys back at the number they gave me, and they gave me my case number. And then they were like, "Well, we still need to serve you these court papers." I said, "Yeah, I'm home." Oh, well, you wouldn't verify earlier. I was like, "Oh no, I'm home. I'm butt ass naked, sitting in a plate carrier, helmet, night vision, and a fucking rifle in my hand. Go ahead, come on by. I'll take you papers." I said, "By the way, we got purple fence posts and signs out here." So I don't know. They never showed up though.
Actually, just as a heads up, if anybody's interested, I am going to be making a scam baiting channel on Twitch. If anyone's interested in some scam baiting and calling these people and harassing them. So,
Oh, that sounds like fun.
yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds like a
'cause-
that sounds like a Noah
I will play.
avenue.
yeah,
I
yeah,
will play.
yeah, just harassing them for once. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, I will play 1,000,000,000%.
okay, cool.
Oh my god.
I can unleash
let
my
you know.
Karen.
Yeah, oh yeah, full Karen, go full Karen.
Wow.
This is the only time you're
Bro.
allowed to go full Karen. So,
I almost did that when I had COVID.
He went plaid.
Because I had to. So, like, my mother-in-law lives with us now, right? And so we're like having
Yeah.
to shut off all her utilities and whatnot. But it's a
oh,
little
yeah.
difficult because we don't have the power of attorney until
It's
later
not
this
kind
week.
if you
Oh,
cut him off when she
Thank
lives
you
with
for
you.
the follow. Thank you for the
Right?
follow.
But so I'm on the phone with one of them, and they were like, "Mr. Kitty, I can't just do this without her permission." And I'm like, "Bro, she's in a fucking bed on oxygen, like pass the fuck out. What do you want me to do?" "Well, I just can't really help you." And I was like, "You know what, bitch? Let me talk to you a motherfucking minute." And I
Yeah.
got half that word out and went click.
I'm very
I mean,
disappointed in you.
You
I was
have
like,
power of attorney, right?
I'm disappointed and proud.
it'll
Nope,
be
nope,
finalized
that's
on
disappointment.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I was like,
unusual.
well, shit, I'm about to be that person.
Oh.
So
But I
I
felt
guess
like
we
I got?
should
Wait.
actually get into gaming topics now.
Yeah,
that
but
we
do you want
have
to see what I
viewers.
got?
yeah, yeah. Now that we have viewers, we should probably talk
Oh
about
yeah,
stuff.
we should probably like do what we're supposed to be doing. Neat.
Yeah.
No, okay, so I'm gonna start playing on a table on one Saturday a month, and I'm playing a bard, which y'all know I'm not super familiar with like D&D.
Yeah.
Like I can do a lot of other shit, but not really D&D. So I was at the local game shop the other day, yesterday, and I got bard spell cards,
Oh,
Cool.
and it
very
has a
useful.
level on the back.
Why didn't you say something?
I say all the things and you don't listen.
They're in my Google Drive.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All of them.
Hold on, you have access to my Google Drive. I don't have access to your Google Drive.
You do have access to my Google Drive.
Negative, sir.
I think. Well, I'll
Nope.
fix it. Hold on.
What?
I mean, so you don't have to worry about the bard spells too much. Just try to seduce everything that you can, and you'll be perfectly
Pretty
fine.
much.
Hey, whoa.
That's how I do
Whoa.
it. I play Laszlo from what we do in the shadows, and it works really well. You know what I mean? Just play a normal human bartender and walk around seducing things. Preferably
Just
in
a
a
prince.
puffy shirt and a puffy shirt. You know, like one of those.
I know.
But you
piratey
do
puffy
have
shirts.
access.
Oh, I do. My bad. Thanks for checking. Appreciate
If you're
ya.
good at charisma stuff, Bard is the best class to go though, because you can.
Bard's
You
all-
can
hashtag
make
Bard
the
game.
Bard is the
It's the
best
best class.
class, and Matt's not here to defend that statement. So get
Yeah.
fucked,
Yeah.
Matt, because Bards are best. Fuck your pussy ass paladin.
Yeah, I mean,
Are you
as
good,
far as
bro?
yeah,
Are you good, bro?
Bard
No.
is best.
He sounds
Bard is
salty.
best. Oh, Noah has lots of feelings.
So, is this somebody that we know, or is this like a home game that you're playing?
It's a
What's it-
home game.
Okay.
It was one I was playing on Thursdays, but that kind of fell apart. So it's someone that I was playing on the table with that has done a
Gotcha.
spin off for a homebrew. But it's a character I've been trying to fucking play for like years. I'm trying to flesh out, and I just have to get it out of my system. So we're gonna hopefully this one pans out.
Yeah.
And then I also got hold please. Look at this D20 I got.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you were showing
That
us
is
that in the
so
chat.
cool. So yeah, how does
It
How
spins
does it
like a
work?
top.
so then how do you know where?
I guess you pick up or down, like whatever is on the bottom or the top. I guess you could pick, but I usually do bottom. So whatever number it lands on the bottom. Shut the fuck up, Noah.
We're all
God
adults
damn.
here.
Make it
I-
fun,
this
No,
this
the
is
three
this
of
is an
the
this
three of
is
us
an
are adults,
18
and then there's
plus.
Noah.
This is an 18 plus podcast. We did mark it as mature.
Oh
So
god damn.
we did mark
Noah
it as
brought us down to
mature.
his level.
Yeah, he did, because he beat us with experience.
I'll be right back. I turn my lights on.
Hey,
I'm still listening.
I said fucking nothing.
Are you
Not
sure?
one fucking word.
Are
No,
you
you
sure
just
Autismus
giggled like a
Prime?
little kid.
You goddamn right, this was hilarious.
Are you sure Autismus Prime that you didn't say anything?
uh, excuse me, it's Captain Autism. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Captainism? Got it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
Captain Autism.
surprised if most of the people in our group have at least a touch of autism, so it's okay.
We are all neurodivergent.
Yeah.
We have to be.
Yeah.
Neuro
That was
spicy.
spicy.
Neurospicy. Well, all right. So I guess we should like transition with that in mind. the
I didn't get to do my
neurospiciness.
win.
Oh,
do my
I'm
win.
sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Joe.
I'm sorry.
So it's it's been since last podcast, not last week, but I got the D&D player's handbook. My husband got it for me as a surprise. And it was really cute because he got it gift wrapped, and in the note it said "Get to gaming" or "Get to playing" is what it said. Because I was like, I can't do anything without the book.
Yeah.
So then he picks up. I got new dice off my
Brother.
wish list, and they have little bitty kitty cats in them.
Oh,
Aw.
And the note for this one said, "Happy whatever day." And now this comes from a man who does not play. He does not play D&D.
Yeah.
Then I get one that has a message that says, "I thought these were pretty, and I thought you would like that. I thought these looked cool. I thought you
Aw.
would too." So then
Those
they
are
have that
cool.
Oh,
nice
hell
little
yeah.
I like
green
those.
glint to them. So
Badass. We're
I
creating
believe
a dice goblin. Yeah.
I
Yes.
believe your husband is what they call a penguin pebbler. It's where they give you
What-
small
He's a
gifts to show
penguin.
that they love you.
Mhm.
that's exactly it. And you can tell
Yeah.
that by looking at my entire hobby collection.
Yeah, it's just like small things that he gives you as a yeah.
And
That's,
that's what means like the most is like
yeah,
the little
yeah,
things
yeah,
are just
the
fabulous.
things that they
Wish
kind
people
of
gave
just
me
think
gifts.
about. Yeah, none of you guys have sent me any dice, and I
All I
resent
get is fucking COVID.
that.
And we
All
didn't
I
even
get
give
is
that to you.
chaos.
You did that all by yourself.
Yeah.
All I get is a reason to beat my face on the table. Shut the fuck up, Noah.
Anything
Okay,
else, Jan?
so-
Any other cool stuff?
Now that's my cool stuff.
That's your cool stuff.
That's my cool stuff for the wins. My gaming has been little just
Yeah, little
lulled. And,
lax.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I had to work.
have-
no, not
No,
that.
it's cool.
Just
It's not
it's
you.
gaming
Yeah,
in
I
general.
mean, we were all in other doing other things.
But
Does
oh,
does a
this
gaming
week-
one count if it's not tabletop?
yes,
Yeah.
maybe.
So I guess my wife's been so stressed the fuck out that she like had a mental breakdown and like let the intrusive thoughts win yesterday.
Yeah, that,
'Cause she
that-
was
that
like-
happens.
She goes, "Hey, you remember how we bought the kid a Switch like 3 years ago and she touched it one time and like never picked it up again?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Is it charged?" I said, "It's literally been on the charger for 3 years." She's like, "Why don't you give it to me? I'm gonna try that Animal Crossing I keep hearing you
Oh,
talk about." I was like, "Bitch, yes."
Well, say goodbye to your wife for a while. 'Cause
Right?
You're not going to see her.
So
That
after we get done with this, we're gonna sit down and watch Monday Night Raw and have some drinks and play fucking Animal Crossing. It's gonna be so fucking dope.
you can tell her, please come visit my island and take all
Yeah.
of these free plans.
I
yeah.
gave that bitch 147,000 bells day one. I was like, "Here's all the money I got in my pocket," because art imitates life.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, that like
yeah, that's how it works. Uh,
Well,
well, I
We
guess
play
some
this
other
week, right?
gaming wins. Yeah, we are playing this week.
Fuck, I don't know. Do we?
yes, we do, and I've got plans.
Awesome.
good because I've got the notebook.
Some of my gaming wins are I'm working on 2 campaigns coming up for my home group. I'm going to have a permanent table probably on the weekends for my home group. One's going to be
yeah.
Rude Quest, and the other one is going to be Savage Worlds Rifts. I'm excited for both of them. If
Nice.
anyone has any questions about RuneQuest or Savage Worlds Rifts, please hit me up.
Wait, are you running?
Yeah, I'm running both. I'm gonna run a permanent table. I'm gonna be a
Hell
permanent
yeah.
DM again.
What's that like?
So it's fun.
Oh wait.
It's fun. You should know.
So
yeah.
home table, you mean an in person where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
need
mean,
a
I
new
can run
virtual table to help with.
Yeah.
I got my character going on, and I don't know if I told you that one. I did a character.
Oh, you did? Oh yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, the halfling ranger.
Derailed Sketch says RuneQuest, hell yeah, which is hell yeah. RuneQuest is my shit. Glorantha is my favorite setting. It is awesome. I'm gonna have to send you guys the quick start so you can read about it, and we might talk about that next week. Because y'all need to know about some RuneQuest. Y'all need to know about some RuneQuest.
I'm for it, man.
I've heard about it, but not much about it. Just like to where I know the name.
Yeah, it's kind of on the periphery, but it's a very in-depth setting. Like it's it's completely fully fleshed out. There's so many books on it, it's insane. Like they actually like the Chaosium sells an encyclopedia for it. It's 800 pages and weighs 14 pounds. So
wow.
yeah, it's very
fucking nerds, man.
Yeah, it's like the nerdiest of nerds, but yeah, so just put that out there. But back to this, yeah, I will be running 2 home games. I might run an online game, but it won't be 5th edition, but I might run an online game here soon. Maybe Necessary Evil is what I'm thinking. But
well, next, if you have room, I would gladly like to take a spot. Just I want to play. I need a game.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
I need a game, and I don't care what it is. I'll learn
Bro,
it.
I feel you because I play Kristen's tables too, and it's fucking.
No.
Motherfucker, you play both of my tables.
Now, Kristen, I didn't know what I was doing when I got into Kristen's game. I had no clue. I said, I'll learn it. Whatever it is, I will learn it. And I will have fun with it. And I have learned it, and I have had fun with it. And I'm going to.
You're not leaving my table, are you?
No.
Okay.
No. If my character dies, I have a backup plan already.
Okay, I was like, I will hunt you down.
No. I got a plan. I'm good.
Okay.
But since we play, once every 2 weeks, then I have time to do other ones too, and I'm excited to get my little halfling ranger out there. And I know that it can. My concern with that one is, it's based off the 5e, but when you have a basis for that, you can tweak a character to do any system you need to.
You can tweak a character for anything.
Yeah, halfling rangers are in 3.5. They're in 4. You can make it in 2e. Anything before 3.5, though, you'd want to use old school essentials, and you could do halfling ranger in that too. So, yeah, pretty much anything that's D&D based. Yeah, GURPS you could do it in. Savage Worlds you could do it in. There's a lot of things you could do that same concept in. So you're fine.
Well, and if you get creative enough, you can do it in any world of anything.
Yeah. And also if your GM is cool enough. I mean, because if there's any fantasy setting, you're going to have a ranger, and halfling is just like flavor on top of that. So if you don't have any races in your fantasy setting, you could just be a halfling. So.
I wish I had a cool GM.
Yeah.
You have two cool GMs in one.
Yeah.
It's all my personalities. Like, it's fine.
So I guess we should segue into our main topic. Should we do that now?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
So we have 2 7th Sea players here, one who runs games, and so we want to talk about 7th Sea tonight. And I guess me and Jen will just be firing off questions.
Oh, good.
Because I don't know anything about it. I'm not sure what Jen knows about it.
Absolutely
really
nothing.
Hope Matt's watching so he can watch me obliterate these answers.
Yeah, so I am a huge fan of Chaosium, so I am looking to get the book in hardcover. I looked over it as Kristen sent me the PDF copy of it, and it seems pretty cool. But I don't really know the mechanics and all that. So I mean, like if you give us a giant overview and then just like the cool mechanics, the mechanics that you don't like, and then we're gonna start giving you all the questions.
So the way I explain it to people,
It's
What are you
gonna be
laughing at,
two
Noah?
very different discussions. I can
Oh
already
yeah.
tell.
That's good. That's good.
So the way I explain it to people is D&D is more of a can I, and 7th Sea is always an I am. Like that, like you don't have to hit. You tell me what you're doing, and we'll figure out how to do it. But basically, it's based on a system of D10s and raises. You have to make sets of 10. No, I'm
Okay.
gonna let you go first because I feel like you have something to say. You're turning red over there.
Yeah,
No,
he's
it's because I'm hot.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
thought
you
you were
are in
exploding.
Texas. You are in Texas. I keep forgetting
It
that.
was fucking hot today. And it's humid than a motherfucker because it's been raining. Ugh.
For real.
Hey, it's cheap. It's cheap out there. That's all you gotta
Go
keep
ahead there,
in mind
Dungeon
yourself.
Mommy. Finish
No,
your.
where do you want to
Yeah.
like? What specifically do you want to start? Okay, it's all you use is D10s, unless like now people like to throw dice, and if
Yeah.
things are kind of bogging down a little bit, I'll do like contested D20 rolls, but that's not necessarily part of the game.
Yeah.
Like there was one time we were in the same murder dungeon that y'all were in, but every door was a contested dice roll, so it was a lot of fun. But basically Noah, do you have a character sheet handy?
Well, I mean, I can pull it up. Do you need it?
I was gonna-
You could share a
Oh, please.
screen, but we can't share it on the actual.
No. I have a hard copy somewhere. Hold on.
Streamerinos.
Don't worry, I have all my gaming stuff on the floor.
It's
As
here.
it should be.
What are you
I
looking
was gonna
for?
pull up the skills and traits.
Skills and traits. Skills and traits. Are
Okay,
there a ton
so
of skills and traits?
no,
Oh,
Do
that's
what?
pretty straightforward.
really? Yeah, it's
Okay, so this is a pre-gen hero of some kind, and you get 2 dots in traits, and then you get 1 extra dot in 2 traits based on where you're from.
This
So we
kind of
play in
sounds like vampire.
kind of. Well, I don't know about that one, but we
Uh,
play in basically not Europe. We play in Thea, which is Europe adjacent.
Okay.
But I don't know if you can see this. There's traits and skills.
Mhm.
And then you pick your backgrounds because everybody had a life before they became a pirate. So whatever you did prior to that is something you bring to the table with your skills. Now, I will tell you that not only is prostitution legal in Thea, it is unionized. It is awesome
and
As it should be.
encouraged,
and
as
encouraged.
I would know.
But and whenever you tell me, okay, so I want to grab the chandelier, swing across it, and land on somebody, I'm saying, okay, what do you want to use? And you have to pick a combination of trait and skill, and that's how many d10s you get to roll. You also get 1 extra one
Oh.
for flair, 1 extra one for skill, and then you can spend hero points, which are kind of what I get, like action points. But if, say, I want to spend a hero point on Noah to help him do something, then that gives him 3 extra dice in his pool.
That sounds like a lot of dice for a dice pool.
It's
Like
a-
what's
It's,
the threshold?
My duelist will roll 13, 15, 20 dice.
Yeah,
Jesus.
so like it's like you said, it's they call it raises, right? So like you'll roll if Saturday the Bard is rolling for some kind of fucking persuasion, I'm going to go with wits and convince, right?
Mhm.
So I've got 3 in wits and 2 in convince. So I'm gonna roll 5 dice.
Now I'll throw in 1 for skill, 1 for flair on top of that. So that's 7.
So I'll roll 7 dice, and I have to get sets of 10,
Okay.
right? And so, but Kristen
I remember
will
when we tried
give
that
us,
before too.
yeah,
We did
Kristen will
that
give
method.
us. It should be like, okay, I'm gonna need if if you're gonna do that and you're gonna convince this Fey princess, without spoilers, it's gonna cost you 3 raises. So I'm gonna roll those 7 d10s and try to get 3 groups of dice that equal to 10 in order for that to
Okay.
succeed.
But now on top of that, I will throw in shit's on fire. And if you don't clear the raises that I've set for this, then at the end of round 2, everyone's going to get burned and take whatever numbers left for damage. So
Okay.
it's just basically making you choose what you want to deal with.
Okay.
And
Yeah, like
it's really hard to
It
do
was,
without playing. But it's so easy.
I've been I started the 7th Sea game of Kristen's the week after I started the Fallout game with y'all, right? And up until our, I don't know, session before last, we hadn't really done anything combat heavy. It had been all very heavily roleplay focused, which for a fucking bard, goddamn perfection. Because I can schmooze. Yeah, anyway. But we get to the combat, and Kristen might have to help me out here, but um all the adults in the town fell asleep. Only the children were awake. We heard screaming. We went outside to see what it was. There's a house on fire. There's one person outside that says, "Help, my mom," and I think my 4 siblings are inside the building.
And the cat.
And the cat, right? But
Gotta
it's
save the cat.
7th C, so you can't really be naughty and bad unless
That's
you're
the catch. You have to be
unless
a hero.
you're me and you know how to word it, because I'm just that fucking guy. But anyway, so Kristen's going through and she's like, okay, so the mom is upstairs and it's going to be 4 raises to save her successfully. One of the children is next to the mom. It's going to be 3 raises to get her out. So all of us together as a table collectively rolled and decided to pool our raises together, right? To go, okay, can we do this? And then once we
But
figured out, okay, we might be able to do this before Kristen adds her bullshit on top of it.
well, and one of the bullshits that I added was that it's on fire. So
Yeah.
anyone that was going into the house now has to spend 1 raise to negate smoke inhalation and be able to see.
So we had it beat by, I believe, 2 raises, and then Kristen puts the burning house modifier on it, and it was like, okay, well now we have some decisions to make, or a couple of us are going to have to spend some hero points, or we're going to have to send, which is I believe what we did. It was my character and Matt's character wound up being the 2 that went into the house.
Yeah.
Saturday on his bard bullshit was like, oh, MILF in distress, I got this.
Yeah.
So I rescued mom and Matt saved the kids, but I'm the hero.
Totally the hero.
Baguette.
And that was an easy, like,
It's all
that was
about
an
the
easy
end.
thing to get out of the way. And then they ended up running into this basically Fey maze,
Mhm.
where if they touch the sides of the walls or anything like that, they get rose sickness, which causes them that costs them raises. It's things like that. So it's basically just like you would normally go through life, except for you've got to make priorities on what you want.
The easiest way I could explain like actual gameplay would be like, and just because it's the world's most popular role-playing game, so that's what we're gonna bring it back
I mean,
to.
D&D is
right?
what everything hinges on. You could use
Okay,
D&D
so-
as a
So it would be like your table is playing the Lost Mines of Phandelver, the starter set, right? And you get to the first combat encounter, and instead of everybody going around the table and going, okay, the ranger's going to attack Goblin 1, the paladin's going to attack Goblin 2, the bard is going to pick up a lute and cast Vicious Mockery, right? Instead of all of that, it just takes it kind of goes, okay, here's what's going on when you walk up. How do you want to handle the situation? Okay, we've now discovered how we want to handle the situation. Everybody's going to do dice communism and put everything together for the greater collective. And if we all have the numbers, then we're good. If we don't have the numbers, we're going to have to improvise and, like Kristen said, spend some hero points.
And someone is always ends up naked.
Yes.
Is it usually the bard?
No.
Not always.
No.
No,
No. But Saturday has not been naked yet.
he is not.
So Derailed Sketch said it's a roll a number of raises, then spend them on whatever you prioritize. So yeah, that
Yes,
seems pretty
exactly.
But
straightforward.
here's
Yeah.
another thing though. If you have raises and even if things are not like completely satisfied, where they've been cleared with the number of raises that I have set, you can say I want to spend a raise to find some bullshit. Or people like, what weapons do I have on me? I don't know. You fucking tell me. Like, make it up as you go. It's high fan. Like it's high, like pretend more so than D&D. Like you don't have a set thing for gear. Now, and I always assume like you have enough money to get the basics of what you want. If you want to buy a gilded giraffe, we probably should just talk about that. But like you have the basics, and you're not like you can't have like an automatic cannon or whatever in your pocket, but you can have a pistol, a blunderbuss, whatever. And
Yeah, I
I
think
think that
all of us on the crew have a firearm of some sort
and some
and a
daggers.
bladed weapon.
Yeah. But they have yet to really use them. I mean, and there are like advantages you can take called like bar fighter, where you can basically get extra dice if you're using an improvised weapon, like a table or a chair or something that is not an actual weapon. So it's designed to be more imaginative than D&D, I think.
It sounds cinematic almost, like it's
It does.
supposed to be
It does.
Yes,
cinematic and
that
not.
It's 100%.
that's what it is. It's
It,
And they call them scenes, where it's like this is
Okay,
an
yeah.
action scene or this is a dramatic scene, and it'll tell you like one of the what's it called? One of the advantages is like we're not so different, and it's like convincing the villain that y'all are friends until the end of the scene. So it refers to everything as scenes.
Okay.
So you're thinking Errol Flynn and like high drama type stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I have an idea. I just need to get it out. Well, I did. I might have just lost it. ADHD. Thank you. Let's see. What was I going to say? So it seems like the triangle of gaming, narrative, and simulation. This seems to be like very deep in the narrative side of
Mhm.
things. But, like it maybe the rules seem to be sort of
No.
gamey. It doesn't like I don't see like based on what I just saw, the rules don't seem to have a lot of simulation aspects to them.
What do you
Like,
mean?
I would say okay, Joe, are you familiar with racing games?
Yeah.
Okay. 7th Sea would be more arcade racer than simulation racer.
Okay. Yeah. So
You,
more
you see what I'm
narrative.
saying?
More narrative and more
It's
gaming.
more Cruising USA than Gran Turismo.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. So yeah, so that means so simulation is like it's like trying the rules are trying to get closer to reality.
Mhm.
So it's generally like much more in depth rules wise.
Yes.
Like
Well,
every single situation has a rule. It's like the
No.
simulation
well, so
doesn't deep
7th Sea is very, very rules in depth.
Is it?
100%. It is one of the most rules in depth systems that I've read. It's just within those rules, it provides you the tools to go full blown arcade style with
Okay.
it. You see what I'm saying?
But
Like,
is it still based around that core mechanic though? Like, do you need all those extra rules? Like, or can you like do they have to be memorized? Because it seems like the core mechanic solves a lot of it.
no, I wouldn't say
No.
that you have to. I mean, the 7th Sea game or the 7th Sea table is a little bit more rules focused than the Fallout table, 100%.
Yeah.
I would say
But
like when we get into rules, it's more the duelist type stuff.
yeah, because like okay, perfect example. Like so, I play a bard in 7th Sea, right? A 7th Sea bard is not a D&D bard.
No.
Like, and I didn't realize that completely before going into it. So while Saturday still is a quote unquote bard personality wise, it's like, so like your bard would be like in D&D, you have what do we have to now? 14 different bard colleges, so 14 different subclasses,
I don't
right?
even want to think about what to do.
Let me go grab my book. I'll be right back.
And it's normally your bard is going to be buff debuff / combat control, right?
That's seduction / reduction.
Yeah, but I mean, like in in a combat situation, a bard is either
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
excel at combat control or excel at buffing debuffing,
Buffing. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on how you build it.
Yeah.
So in 7th C, that's not really what the bard is there for. Like, I can't really do bard shit, quote unquote, to help the rest of the table. My bard shit helps me, but it doesn't necessarily aid the table. Like, if I'm going to persuade somebody or seduce something,
You've
that
got
really
to be
has no
heavy in the skill.
yeah, and it's not going to, like, I'm not going to just walk up and seduce the big bad. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
It's not in the system.
Okay.
But like, if we're in town and we're trying to negotiate, haggle, something like that, um, then Saturday can kind of get some use. But like, primarily we've been using him for more like furthering story type of
Yeah.
situation.
Hey, what
Like,
backgrounds would you choose? Oh, never mind. You chose Bard.
well, yeah, I originally chose Bard and Ginny, and then I was like, that's not really gonna work in this campaign, so we kind of had to
Ginny's a prostitute.
yeah, Ginny's a prostitute, because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna be a horny bard pirate. I can do that. That's gonna be hella fun. Turns out a little bit more complicated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I
okay,
So we
could
hold
just
on.
we
Pause.
just took him off his hoe shit.
Pause. Like, here's this is the background for Bard right here. So basically, the synopsis of it is you tell the old tales, the stories of legends, and ensure that the soul of Avalon is never forgotten. That's like your core belief.
Okay.
And then every background has a quirk. Every pirate gets 2 backgrounds, but every background has a quirk, which is how you can earn hero points. And this says earn hero point when you solve a problem by following the example of a legend. So basically, it's very history heavy. And then you get to pick, like, you get the advantages and then your skills, where you get to, that's how you build your character, is you get to put a dot in whatever skills these are, and you get to pick
Okay.
those backgrounds.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's pretty straightforward.
But so
And then,
my bard is like, so, and each of them have a virtue and a hubris,
hubris.
right? Which would be like your the fuck do they call
Like
them, Joe?
bonds and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and your
like the
character
little
flaw and
core
shit like that.
boxes. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So like, my virtue is insightful, right? So Saturday is always very aware of what's going on around him and is very present in the moment, right?
Gotcha.
Saturday's hubris is he is star-crossed.
Uh,
So MILFs in distress are like, hey, gotta focus on this. Don't give a shit about anything else, right? So, like, in that situation with the burning house, we have to, remedy the situation. And Saturday's like, but there's a blonde upstairs. So I basically pulled myself completely away from the party, and I was like, well, I think I almost tried to just run in completely willy-nilly before Matt's character was like, hey, Saturday, come with me. I have an idea that we won't all die. I was like, oh, okay. As long as I get to rescue the mom.
Well, but like,
right?
Oh, go ahead.
What?
My absolute favorite hubris in every character build, and most of mine will have it, is hot-headed. And it's you receive a hero point when your hero flies off the handle and loses their temper. So like, any situation is causing trouble. So like, if you're confronting a villain and they're like pissing you off so bad that you lose your shit, like, you get a hero point, but then shit gets real bad.
Yeah. I like that. That sounds fun.
See, like, my advantages on my bard are come hither, dynamic approach, barterer, virtuoso, able drinker, so I cannot get drunk.
That's no fun.
Can't get drunk, and I'm
It
also
is if he's having a drinking contest.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
and I'm
Plus
also
that
at an advantage when I have alcohol in my system.
Yeah.
And then I
You
have
can't get drunk, but you can act drunk.
Yeah.
And he does. And then my last one is disarming smile, which is basically just, charm their pants off type of situation.
Like a Rob Lowe
Um,
sort of situation.
Kind of.
Exact. I would say
Yeah.
a Noah Kennedy, but whatever.
Well, and then one of the best, I think personally, one of the best advantages you can take is called Joy de Vie, which is just before a confrontation with a villain occurs, spend a hero point and make some sort of pithy or clever remote comment about when things look darkest, that's when souls shine the brightest. Each hero that hears the speech counts all dice to that roll equal to or under the skill as the next 10. So now your 10s have just exploded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Because then
kind of
you
like, I
get
guess,
someone give an
bardic
inspiration.
inspiration of
Yes.
Okay.
sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, and
Uh,
then,
oh.
and then there's also like, so we got raises that way, hero points. The hero villain system, which is the part of the conversation where Kristen was like, "Yeah, no, go ahead, say what you say." So the only thing I don't like about 7th Sea is it's very, of course, it says it right there on the front
Disney?
page. It's Disney. You are playing a good guy.
Okay.
It wants you to be lawful, chaotic, neutral good,
I
right?
don't like that. I don't like
And
that.
and I have to say, like, it just my personality type,
I'm
it
neutral at best.
it bugs me
Yeah.
because I'm definitely a chaotic neutral. I'm here for the
Yeah.
fuck show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
kind of how I take the approach to everything.
And
Obviously,
I
we
honestly
play
think
together.
that like characters who do have at least a little bit of a dark side, not completely, you know what I mean? They can still be good guys, but they still have something wrong with them. Like maybe
Like
they
the
just like
anti-hero?
rolling
Everybody's
dice
got
too
a dark
much.
side.
Well, so
No,
you
but
know.
that's
fine.
the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, is as long as you can, because Kristen almost scared me away from this table when she was telling me about this, because I was like, so I can't do anything bad ever. Don't like
That's
that.
not what I
And
said.
she's like, no, you can, as long as your character can find a way to bend and manipulate it to be quote unquote
For the greater good.
gray for
Yeah.
the greater good.
I
And
mean,
so
but then that makes it so it doesn't matter though, because like
No,
if you
no.
know anything about villains,
no,
they
because
they
like
think that they're doing the greater good.
no, because like I can't walk up to some guy who was like, "Hey, fuck you, Bard. That's a shitty story." I can't just like take out
Yeah.
my sword and
Yeah,
throat
just
the
stab
dude.
randomly. Yeah, but you can't really do that.
Okay, y'all know that whenever I'm
But
running games, if I had to say it more than one time, I write it down on my
Yeah.
notebook. And one of the things that I have written down from Noah's table is that heroes do not waterboard, but they do keelhole. So as long as you can convince me it's not a villainous act, and my moral compass doesn't
I
always point north. Like it's
I first of all, is waterboarding a villainous act?
hell
can be.
no! Oh wait,
Uh,
We
go
cannot
ahead.
confirm
It
nor deny that
depends.
statement.
It
Oh.
depends on the person. I mean, some people
It's an
deserve to be
enhanced
waterboarded.
interrogation technique
Yeah.
approved by the Geneva Conventions
I
and
mean,
the Hague.
because what if you save people? Like what? Like because like you know you can save a lot of
Exactly.
you can save
Well,
a lot of
another thing-
lives by
Hold
waterboarding
on.
somebody.
Another thing I have
Guys
over
save
here written
lives,
down
baby.
is hashtag no body, no problem. So like
Yeah, yeah.
you can, as long as you can convince me that it's not as bad as I think it is, you're fine.
Okay. I don't know. It's just like I mean, I could totally make a villain who thinks he's doing everything for the greater good. Look at Littlefinger in Game of Thrones.
Well, and
He
most
thought
of
he
them
was doing
are.
everything for the greater good, but he was a horrible human being.
Well,
I
so
mean,
but like what I would say with Littlefinger, right? At least in the visual representation on HBO, um Littlefinger is more behind the scenes than outright
yeah,
overt visual actions, right?
yeah,
Littlefinger doesn't really himself go around murdering motherfuckers.
yeah.
Okay.
He did a couple people. He did a couple people.
Y-
Like
Yeah, but it was like
he kicked that lady like out of the Oculus, which was
He
like
kicked that
wow, like
lady.
you did not have
Yeah,
to do that. That was
but
way
that's
extra.
like
Like
at
I
the
mean,
end, right, and all that.
yeah.
But I'm saying like if now you can do that, right? Like you can do some bad shit and stab a motherfucker, okay?
Yeah.
But you're gonna gain a villain point,
Villain point.
Yeah.
okay? Once you and villain points do not go away, correct?
No, they do not.
Yeah, okay. So once you accumulate a certain number of villain points, your character, quote unquote, dies, right? He becomes a villain. He can
No,
no
you have
longer
to start
be.
rolling for it, but yeah.
But yeah, but like if your character gets all the way through what they call the death spiral, then your character is essentially removed from your control and then turned into a villain, and you make a
Okay.
new character, right? So like there
Yeah.
is a consequence to it, but it's just like even all that being said, like hey, like I know I can get away with a lot of shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just because me and my GM kind of vibe on the same fucking level, right? And it's like, all right, like I could take a whole lot more liberty and advantage than I do, but
Yeah.
it's like I, type of thing, you know what I mean? So like I do struggle with it, and sometimes I'm like, I just want to do some fucking bard shit, but I fucking can't do some bard shit because I'm gonna get some fucking villain points.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess if like everyone is like looking to be, because there's a lot of games where everyone is looking to be a hero. I think most D&D games, most tables, I would say 85% of tables are just like we're heroes, we're the good guys, and we're supposed to be fawned upon. So I get like why the game designer put that in, but they forgot about us and the people who like the fuckery because we've played too long and we ran too many games. We realize that the fuckery is where the fun is.
Well,
I kind
like
of want to run a 7C table for you guys.
so, like okay, so like
I'm down for
you know,
that.
Yeah, I'd be down
so
for
I
it.
play a bard, right?
Really? Do you play Bard?
And
I hadn't heard that before.
Matt plays so I am a Irish adjacent bard, right? So
Yeah.
very superstitious, very skeptical. In fact, I'm currently the only member of the group that has any fucking clue what's going on with our current situation. Um because
You
it deals
caused a lot of our current situation.
I had nothing to do with this. I woke up, found a boat that was unoccupied, and claimed it as my own because possession is 9/10 of the law. But so Matt, um, Matt plays what I would call a fake French rogue, where you never
Rogue?
really know what his character's up to.
Well, he's also a member of a secret society, so he's doing all
Yes,
kinds of shit.
he's a member of a secret society. He's always off doing shit, right?
Hold on real fast. Jenny, I love you. Sorry. Jenny's here.
But
Okay.
but so like he's out doing rogue secret society shit, right? But it's very beneath table.
Yeah,
He
like
doesn't
he doesn't know.
always like he knows what's going on. Kristen knows what's going on. The rest of us are kind of like, he's just out, you know.
He is
Etienne's
actually
doing
he
Etienne's
overthrew
doing
a
Etienne
government.
shit.
He overthrew a government
Yeah.
and no one knew but me and him.
And like
So
he has a tattoo that always allows him to know the location and condition of the captain of the ship, right? And he's very loyal to the captain. Doesn't necessarily give a shit about the rest of the crew, I would say. Like
no.
he would
Yeah,
jump in front of a musket for the captain, no question. He would have to think about it for the rest of us, type of situation.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying?
I dig that.
Now, the kind of cool thing that Matt and I have kind of been playing off of each other is, I guess, canonically, the Inish, the fake Irish, and the Montaigne, the fake French, do not get along, despise each other. Matt's Montaigne, I'm Inish. I'd like to talk a lot of shit about the fake French, not realizing that Matt is fake French, but Saturday adores Etienne. Thinks he's the coolest fucking dude on the planet. And so we kind of like, we kind of play that angle.
Gotcha.
Like, so you know how
Go back and
Casey's my
forth.
best buddy in the Fallout table?
Yeah.
So Matt's my best buddy at the 7C table.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We do some shenanigan shit.
And the
Shenanigans.
captain is slowly going insane, and she has a bag of holding on her belt that is a stuffed teddy bear.
Oh.
Mhm.
And several people have walked in with her being fist deep in the teddy bear's ass, and they have questions. But
You
But-
dig in there, and go, is that all you got?
and I don't know if I love 7C so much because it's what I got started on from Matt or what, but there's so much more freedom in this world than even in the Fallout world. Like
Yeah.
there's just so much more room to be creative.
Well, like I said, it's at the Fallout table. Very rarely have we gone a session without killing something.
Yeah.
We went 3 months without combat in 7C,
Wow.
but it's got a different vibe to it. You know what I mean? Like your average D&D game, if you go 3 months without combat,
People are going
either
to quit.
A, you have some very highly skilled role players at your fucking
Yeah.
table, or B, somebody behind the screen probably doesn't know what the fuck that they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, well, to
Just
be
gonna-
fair, 5th edition is based around combat. So, like, every level you're getting more combat abilities. So, you want to
Right.
use that shit. So, you know,
Right,
it's
but,
just
like,
that's part of it.
In 7C, like because 100%, I call Kristen after every fucking session just because we GM to GM, right?
Mhm.
And that's my GM brain going. I'm like, okay, hey, this was dope. This was dope. Would it be cool if we did this? What if we did this? Blah, blah, blah. And it just fucking happens. And I info dump for 10 minutes before Kristen's like, I got to work tomorrow, motherfucker. And I'm like, gotcha. But like the
True.
very
Exactly how
first
it goes.
time, yeah, the very first session, I was like, so when do we get into like combat? And she was like, when we get to it. And I was like, what?
When it shows
And
up.
yeah, and I kind of thought from it, I was like, kind of want to fuck some shit up. I want to, I want to stab something. I want to shoot something. I want to swing from the fucking chandelier of a tavern and land on top of somebody, that's trying to take out my group. I want to do some hero pirate shit. And it was like, I don't know, maybe I don't need to play in both these games. And then, sure enough, here I am almost a year later. But yeah, it's just it's a different vibe,
Yeah.
but it's one that I fuck with. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if it was, and I really think that's mainly due to table composition in a
I told
way.
you I'm very selective about how I build my tables.
Yeah, that table is a very close knit group of motherfuckers, right? And I
Like more
was
so than we are on
Yeah.
Fallout. Like
don't take this the wrong way, was not worried about busting in balls to the wall in the middle of the Fallout campaign, right? Started getting a little bit of education on what's been going on in the world of Kristen's 7C table and how everybody kind of flows and vibes with each other. And I was like, I'll give it a go. We'll try it for a week type of situation, right? But, it works. And the table kind of gives everybody, and this is a major compliment to the group, but everybody kind of like when we were explaining about the Scribbles situation, right? And killing
Maxon.
Maxon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
brain fart. And how we were like, okay, everybody just backed up and let her have her moment, right? So that's kind of the same thing, but like if okay, so if Captain Winter is doing something, the entire group is involved, and they're contributing, but Captain Winter's still at the focus. She's still at the forefront. If Etienne is off fucking around and overthrowing governments and shit, right, then the table is like, okay, Etienne's overthrowing governments and he's doing secret society shit. So how is the rest of the table contributing at the same time? And what are we? Are we being pawns? Are we?
Gotcha.
Do we have any clue what's going on? Are we cool if we did know that we were being used?
It's a lot of cloak and dagger type stuff.
Yeah, but it's very, very close knit ebbs and flows with the members of the group, and it works. It is fucking beautiful, is what it is. Because I was like, oh goddamn.
Well, and I told y'all, I take building my tables and who I allow at tables and in front of me and in front of my friends as I take that very, very seriously.
Yeah.
And if you don't fit, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Like, if you don't fit the vibe, you got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Like there's certain games that I know that I wouldn't be very good at. You know what I mean? Like it's just if you
I would
wanna
like to
play
see you play 7C though.
I'd probably be okay at 7C. For me,
Wait,
it's more
I don't-
like if it's like really high fantasy, like Shinetar or something like that, I wouldn't do very well at that because I just don't
No.
care. You
No,
know, I
on this
just-
one I've had to say, hold on, it's written down. Hold please. You can't sleep on the floor with the sex horses.
uh,
This is what's happening in the game.
And that
So-
wasn't even the most dubious thing that happened with the sex horses.
oh
Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
By the way, Kristen, what is a group of sex horses called? Refresh my memory.
Oh shit, did I write down? I don't know. You told me.
We collectively decided that it is called an orgy of sex.
Oh
horses.
yeah, it's an orgy of
Yeah.
sex horses. But
That
the
makes
whole
sense.
reason the sex horses got started was because I didn't want them to take the fucking horses.
Facts.
But anyway, I think 7C compared to like Fallout, I think there's more room for creativity. There's more room for imagination. Like we on our Fallout table, we play a lot of imagination. We do a lot of those things, but the mechanics of 7C are written in such a way that you can kind of make it your own instead of having to change the rules completely like we've done for combat and Fallout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and with ours, it's kind of their story and our homebrew-ish system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it works.
Yeah.
It does, and I was looking at the notes
Oh,
to see when
that'll
we
be
had.
cool. Noah, are they coming for you?
No,
I don't
it's for
fucking know
me.
where that's
I
at.
live like
Oh God.
I live like right down the street from a
Hold on, hold
fire
on. Did
station.
anybody just see Noah like freak the fuck out?
It's that lawsuit finally coming to play.
Oh my god, Noah.
Pinkerton's
So
might be
I-
on the way.
Do you
I
have
was-
some cardboard cards?
Had to grab the ghetto blaster.
Give me all your cards. Holy shit.
So it was in July we had done. I was checking my notes to where we had done the groups of 10. So I had
Yeah.
written those down of when we're rolling to how to
Yeah.
group them up.
And that did not work for us, but it
And-
worked for the other game.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we did when Noah said it's been about a year, I have our first session with Noah and Casey was in November 2nd of 2022. And it feels like it's been so much longer than that.
Oh, holy shit! It's
God.
only been like 6 months.
months.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
that was it.
crazy.
It feels like it's been a lot longer than that.
That's crazy.
But that's a good thing though.
Yeah,
That's a good
Is-
100%.
Yeah,
Excuse
and
me,
even though
Hundo
our-
P, as the children are saying these days.
Hundo P, is that what they're
Gaming
saying?
Hundo
Build
P.
family.
Wow.
it
What-
does.
what did
it
you say?
does.
What? Who?
One more time.
Who?
You.
Gaming builds family.
Okay, continue.
He's going to use that against you. Like one of these days, he's going to call you, but you said we're family. You got to get me out of here.
I'd alibi you.
It's all about
100%.
family.
I'd alibi you.
So,
Like,
Stuck
I
in
don't care.
Mexico.
That would get
Chris,
a call
I need
from,
bail money.
call you mama because I ain't got none. They start shaking your ass. Anyway.
It is with our tables, it is odd that, that yeah, it does build family, would we and gaming in general does, not just with tabletop either. So there's folks that, I've never met you guys in person, but y'all are family, and I like to know how you guys are doing.
Yeah.
And your wins, your losses, and all that. And I have people that I play with them online on 76 that, hey, if I haven't seen them in game a few days, message them, check in, say,
Yeah.
hey,
Well,
how's it
over here in
going?
the comments, Jenny 1984, I play Fallout 76 with. Like,
Which I love seeing that there's another Jenny, although I spell mine differently. It's Jeni. And I'm an 83. So, all those girls of the 80s, there's Jennifers and Stephanies everywhere.
Kristen.
Heathers.
Yeah.
Heathers.
Heather's.
Yeah, my sister is a
Heathers.
Heather.
Yeah.
My
That was a good
sister is
movie.
my sister
I
is a
did like
Heather
that
from
movie.
85.
Heathers is like one of those 80s movies that could only be in the 80s. Like if they ever
Yeah,
tried to
no.
remake that,
I've
would
never
lose
seen
my
it.
mind. You've
I've never
seen
seen
it?
it.
It's
I
very
know.
80s.
What?
Go
I know.
watch it right now. Oh my gosh.
Just this has a little tangent. Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland has a character build, like a character class based off of the Heathers from the movie. So
That's badass.
yeah. So
Oh,
just
That movie's insane.
it's a shameless plug for Neon Lords because Neon Lords is cool, but we might get into
Do we
that
have any
here soon.
other 7C questions?
Yeah, Jen, do you have any?
no, they have answered anything that I would have thought to have asked.
Yeah.
I kind of
Um,
want to build some characters for you guys and let y'all play through like a one shot.
Yeah, that might be
I'd
fun.
love to. Yeah, I'd love to.
I'm too afraid to ask about the sex horses, so I think we should move on.
Okay, I'll explain the sex horses.
No?
No.
Okay, so we had a destination to get to, and
happened was-
well, hold on, I gotta backtrack. I have to backtrack a little bit to explain the sex horses. Okay, so this actually happened. Was it session 1, session 2 that I was involved in?
Session 2. That's when
So
Zoe
it's all
hit
Yeah.
me
Noah's
all
fault.
day.
Okay, got it.
So-
All Noah's
so
fault.
So session 1, actually, not my fault. I may have contributed a lot, but not my fault. Anyway,
Mhm.
session 1.
Never the girl's fault.
I come into the game, and a
was your
couple
bad,
days
Joe.
before, it was I asked Chris, and I said, okay, what is the party currently doing? So I know, so I can kind of build a little bit of introduction type of shit, right? Party's been in prison. They just broke back out. They fought their way out of the prison. And now they are back on their ship. I said, oh, so Saturday is a stowaway. Saturday had found a docked ship with nobody on it and had decided to take up residency and ownership of said ship while the captain and her crew were in prison. The ship has now left the dock at the island prison and is floating across the sea when they inspect the cargo hold and find Saturday drunk or trying to get drunk on all the casks of wine. Long story short, he said, she said, no, this is my ship, possessions 9/10 of the law. Who are you people? What the fuck are you doing on my ship? Type of thing, right? Okay, fine. The captain can have the ship after a failed seduction with Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. It was
did try.
magical.
He tried
It was
hard.
magical. It was fucking magical. So
Should have
they're
gone with
on
Dick
the
in a
ship.
Box.
They're on the ship, and we're going to the destination. But because we're on the ship, we have to have a body of water to travel, right? River is too narrow, so we have to dock the ship. But we still have, what was it, like 200 miles to go?
Yeah.
So we needed transportation. And then one of the people in the party was like, yo, there's a stable there. Let's see if he got horses. And Kristen was like, well, he's only got 2. And there's like, what is there, 7 of us, 8 of us, something
Yeah.
like that. So
More than 2.
me being the purveyor of chaos that I am was like, oh, you should definitely try to get us some horses for free. Checks were given. Raises were failed. Saturday the
long night.
Bard makes a last-ditch effort to get transportation and discovers that the owner also breeds champion prized sexual horses. I didn't come up with this. Our GM came up with that. And an attempt to dissuade us from taking said horses.
I should have known better. I really should have known better.
Saturday, being on his bard shit, whipped out a special tool and convinced the sex horse owner that said sex horses would be very well taken care of. And then is now the proud owner of 8 special sex horses.
Yep. That was also the same game I had to say, stop posting Lion King porn. So the game was just not a good game.
Wow.
But
Okay.
yeah, so
Wow.
there's a bevy of horses that they
Mhm.
now have.
And I have established dominance over all said horses.
Yes,
They do what I
Yeah.
wish.
he is the alpha. Never
I
mind.
am the alpha coochie.
Yeah, that is the hashtag that we brought over to ours. That Noah has the alpha
No, it's
coochie.
alpha coochie.
No,
Yep.
that was something different at the 7C table. It was an alpha coochie.
I forget how that came up, but it was like one of the first things we said in one of our
Oh, it was because I asked what who all of our periods are syncing to.
ah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
there
it
it
was.
is at 12, 28, 22.
Oh, Jesus
That's what it was.
Christ. Jen will
That's what
hold
it
the court of
is.
law over here.
Yeah.
God damn.
The saving
Don't
I was like, yeah, the
grace.
first thing, because I have who did it, then I was doing our points, and then the first thing out of everybody's mouth was Noah has the alpha coochie hashtagged.
Goddamn
Okay.
right. Don't you fucking forget it.
Hashtag Bard Gang.
All right,
Anyway.
So
so
it could take over the world.
let's try and segue away from the sex horses.
Nope, you did this.
that's-
So
to be fair to all of our people watching, you did
To be
click
fair.
yes on the mature content warning.
we
So,
did. We have warned
yeah.
you.
Yeah, there's a mature
Oh, I can go
content
further on the sex horses
Nope.
if you would
warning.
like.
We're
Let's,
talking about dice now.
let's,
We're talking about
yeah,
dice
we're
now.
Oh.
Jen mentioned dice on our last chat. We missed last week. Sorry about that. I was getting my internet fixed, which is why our stream is so silky smooth right now. It's because they had to install a whole new box into my house,
And I had the COVID.
yet he had the COVID. So yeah.
I
I
was
mean,
working. I was dying at work.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah,
We're
but
gonna talk
so
about
we're
dice.
gonna talk about dice. Our preference on dice: resin versus plastic versus metal. So for me, I hate
Personally,
all
I'm
dice.
not a resin type of guy. I mean, just be an adult and smoke real weed.
Yeah, that's
Shut the
true.
fuck
yeah.
up.
Oh,
I don't-
we're not. Okay. My bad.
I thought it was called wax.
I mean,
Rocket surgery is a chef over here. I don't want to do that. Nope.
Yeah, I
So
used,
what
I
kind of
used to
dice
work
do
at a
I?
restaurant.
Sorry.
I don't like any dice because none of them work for me. All the dice I have all failed me. I have yet to find a set of dice that has got me above a 10, like on average.
Wait.
ever.
I have a real quick
Like
question.
since I was like 14 years old. I hate dice.
So, does anybody else cringe like when you get a new set of dice, like physically when you're in front of somebody, and they, hey, look at my cool new dice, and they reach for them,
Yeah.
and I'm like, don't get your bad vibes on my dice.
Yeah.
Back the fuck up.
Yeah.
I've
Don't
never
touch my dice.
I've never had like shown anybody my dice like that I'd have had to worry about that, except for my
Don't touch my dice.
niece when I showed her Friday, and she fell in love with my dice. She's like, "I want to take this one home," and she picked up what was it? This one. Now it's a glow in the dark one. And I was like, "No, it's got to have the whole set." And he took, "I just want this one." No,
No.
that's the
Yeah,
whole set.
yeah.
You keep the whole set.
Yeah,
So,
it's
And,
always
I-
sets. You can't.
I threw away an entire set of dice.
Jenny,
when
I like
we were-
metal better.
When we were playing our
I don't like
D&D
my metal
game.
ones. They don't roll for me very well. They're so pretty, and I love them, but they are just pretties. They don't get to play anymore.
So
I-
when we were
Hold on.
playing our D&D game, I brought a bag of dice, right?
yeah.
It had like 14 sets of dice in there, right? And my daughter has 2 sets of dice to her name. and she keeps
What?
them in she keeps them in a little
She's
owl
young.
bear
She's young.
dice bag, right?
She
What?
doesn't have like a full-time job. You know what I mean? Because like once you get
Yeah.
your own money, your own place, that's when you start to hoard your goblin things.
I'm
Yeah,
pulling
but
out.
she
Yeah.
yeah. So she's got her dice bag, right? And so every Friday when we would go play D&D, I was like, okay, you got your, because she's got like a fucking dope ass leather character sheet and spell book binder with a slot for a player's handbook, spell cards, everything's laminated. I was like, okay, you got your binder, you got your
That's
handbook,
cool.
you got your dice bag. She's like, yeah, I got everything. I'm like, okay, cool. So then we get to GM's house and she goes, oh my God, Dad, I forgot my dice. I was like, okay, well, here, you can just use this set, right? And so I give her a set of dice to use. And I looked at her straight in the face. I was like, I swear to God, if you fuck up these dice rolls, you'll
No.
never touch these dice again.
Yeah.
She's like, Dad, it's fine. I always roll high. I'm like, she does. The dice love her. She's like her mother, right? First roll out the gate, 1.
What?
Next roll, 1. Next roll, 3.
Oh my God.
We got back to the house that night, and I said, hey, you got those dice in your pocket? She's like, yeah. I said, here, let me see them real quick. So she hands them to me, and I just walked over to the trash can and went,
Mm.
Yeah.
nope,
Cursed.
you have
Wait.
cursed the dice.
These are the ones I play 7th Sea with. They got pirate ships in them.
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
So
That is super cool.
I have a few comments on dice. First of all, I have a D30 that Dungeon Crawl Classics, they go all the way up to 30. So I have a D30, and I was running a game of Cyber Sprawl Classics, which is like a cyberpunk Dungeon Crawl Classics. I had a hacker that they hired that she was really good, so she had a D30 for her hacking roll. I never rolled above a 5 that entire session on a D30, so
Oh my. Well, I know. Wow. Your luck
Yeah.
sucks.
yeah. Like,
So do
dude,
you
like,
just
I
roll
can't-
dice digitally?
No, I still do it just because I have to have the
Just have
tactile.
to.
My Fallout dice have never worked out for me. I know Jen, you also have some
Left
Fallout
leg
dice.
only.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
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 This one's got
Because I
candy
put that
heart
one
in it.
away. So
Ooh.
yes, for those that don't know, the Fallout
Let me see if I
RPG
have
comes
some
with
here.
its own little dice.
Body die.
And so it has
Shit.
2 of the
Okay,
D20s in the vault colors. And it's got body die, which I use this one more than anything else. And then
Yeah.
this is for their weird combat system, but it's got like Vault Boy and like Bullet Hole 1, Bullet Hole 2. And I don't know what they're for.
It's for wounds. It's
it's-
sort of like damage,
wounds.
but the
Yeah,
faces are
it's-
like effects that
yeah.
your weapon does. It
It's a
just
pain in the ass,
slows
so that's why we
everything
don't use
down,
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
so we just use the body die.
According to
natural
Matt,
20, natural
ooh,
I have
20.
those dice.
Nice.
I have those
And
dice.
And then, hold on, sorry. Lost natural 1 is this one.
Fuck.
According
Have
to
those
Matt,
same dice.
the special dice work better for Star Trek. He really likes Star Trek, so
Yeah.
Dude, Matt loves gay space communism. I don't know what
Hey.
his deal is.
hey, I like Star Trek too. It's good stuff.
Hey, I got him an autographed Leonard Nimoy book.
Oh, you do?
Nice.
I
Oh,
gave it to
man.
Matt.
I'm sure he was excited
I
about
Before he
know
moved
more
away.
about Star Trek than Star Wars,
it. Yeah.
and I don't know that much about Star Trek. I think I know not enough, but I know generally I can tell you more storyline wise of that than I could of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Do you see
I-
this attention whore trying
yeah,
to
it's
creep her way into the frame?
Yes, because somebody talked about her in chat, and she knows that.
So I have decided that I will never run a Star Wars game because I haven't read any of the extended universe stuff, and like everyone else in my groups have, and so it's just like I am the least qualified to run this game because I've only watched the movies and I hated 6 out of 9 of the movies that were part of the the full story.
Well-
I liked Rogue One on the side. Rogue One
That's
on the
why
side
I
was
was-
okay.
Well,
But
that
it's
was
just
why I
like-
was afraid. Pause. That's why
Hold
I was
on.
afraid to run Fallout for you, Joe, because I thought that like that was how it was gonna be. Because I was like,
Oh really?
fuck. I'm about to
Did
get
I-
like outplayed.
No.
Did I
no,
just hear
no,
you
no.
say you hated 6 of the 9 core
I only
movies?
like the original 3. The rest of
No
them I
one's
just
having
don't
a-
want to watch. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to watch them. I didn't enjoy them. The Han Solo movie was one of the worst movies I have seen, period, let alone a Star Wars movie. Yeah. Rogue One was pretty cool though. The Mandalorian was okay. What was it? The Boba
I've
Fett
never
one
seen
was
any of
dumb. Mandalorian is got a cute Yoda in it, so like, and Bill Burr's in it, which is hilarious.
Mandalorians don't take their helmet off. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. They did kind of just mess up the lore.
I have feelings.
But I mean, sorry, my graphics card is like all kinds of messed up today. Yeah.
Noah's having a heart attack. You okay, Noah?
It's okay, buddy. Like we don't have to like the same things.
Just breathe. It's okay.
You don't like Star
Was my
Trek?
mic
I'm not-
muted? Yeah, my
Yep.
mic was muted. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Good lord, I am sweating profusely all of a sudden.
It's the vid. You got the Rona, my guy.
it. It came
Mm.
back.
Long COVID, it's a thing. But yeah, I guess back to dice. Yeah, I haven't. I have metal dice. I never use them because I'm afraid that it's gonna mar people's tables. I have a little dice rolling thing,
Yeah.
but if I forget it, it's just like I don't want to roll this on somebody's wood table because it's
Pro
heavy
tip:
and
if
it's
you throw a
spiky.
metal dice at someone, that makes them stay far away from you. 'Cause
Yeah,
those
it's true.
hurt.
Yeah, yeah. And you could use a D4 as a caltrop if it's a metal D4. I mean, even
True.
regular plastic D4s can hurt you, but the metal ones are just like
That's worse than a
that's
Lego.
weapon. Yeah, yeah. So
Dice
I
make
mean,
me happy.
yeah. I mean, that's about it. I do own a lot of specialized dice. Like I like the Dungeon Crawl Classics dice. Their D4s suck completely and dislike those, but everything else is pretty good with that. But I like Savage Worlds dice. They like if you buy a Savage Worlds box set, they usually comes with a specific dice to that setting. So like I have Flash Gordon, and it has a little Flash Gordon dice with it.
Oh, nice.
Deadlands has a little like Western
Oh,
die.
yeah.
So I like
Do you
those.
wanna- Do you want to see the coolest dice that I own?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it. I'll be back. Hold on.
Okay.
I lost my favorite dice. Where the fuck are they?
They're probably in your daughter's dice bags right now because
Oh,
they probably
no,
heard
they're
your
right
dice as well.
I found them. I forgot I rearranged my shelf.
Twice.
So I bought the God of War Ragnarok super duper collector's edition
Which
that
I
I
hear is
spent way
really
too
good.
much.
I hear it's a really good
I-
game.
I spent way too much fucking money on it. I spent
Right.
$396 on a fucking
Hey,
video game.
if I'm gonna be honest, oh wow, hey,
But it came with a set of wooden dice
oh,
Ooh.
themed for Brock and Sindri, the two dwarves
Ooh.
in God of War, and they roll just so smooth, and they're very quiet on a table,
that's
like
Oh.
surprisingly quiet. But yeah, like these might be my favorite set of dice
well,
that I
they
have.
cost you $400, so they better be good.
Yeah,
They better
did.
roll 20s every single
but-
time.
That's all right. I dropped $300 on the collector's edition to Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, and then another $370 on the fucking Legend of Zelda OLED Switch.
This is
Which
the
they're-
problem. This is the
that's
problem
it
with
over
being
there in the corner.
neurodivergent is that if they put
Like that
limited
shit.
edition on something, we have to have it. You know, we
Right.
have to have the nicest version of everything, and that sucks because like I have so many limited edition books that's just like okay, I didn't really need it. Like I bought the Fallout Gek thing. It's just like I don't even like the
Right,
system,
like,
but I have the
ex-
full Fallout thing. You know?
Explain to me why the fuck I need this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
It's like,
don't.
you know, but like also we're adults and we can have stuff that we don't need. Like that's the thing.
Right.
Why do I need this?
Pay
I
attention
don't
to me.
need. I don't need this shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, you do. Look, okay, these have black fungus in them.
oh,
So when you do this with the black light, they glow in the dark.
oh, that's kind of cool. I like
Nice.
that.
So the thing is, the company that makes these, and this is gonna sound like some people that are watching are gonna be like, "What the fuck, Kristen?" But the company that make these also make a set called the Necromancer dice, which have like bone pieces in them.
Oh,
And
Ooh.
I've been in contact with them, and they said that once they're here in Texas, that once their business slows down a little bit and they have a little bit more time, that they might be able to make me a set of dice that have my dad's ashes in them.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That is so cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That-
like I'm super stoked about Jesus Christ now.
I made this at Disney World.
Fucking Noah.
Oh man.
I like rocket
Uh,
surgery. Yeah, we're just big kids with adult money. Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. The worst thing that ever happened to me was getting paid well above what I fucking should.
Yeah, yeah, like expendable income for me is just like it was just not a good idea because I'm just like I'm
have
thinking
grown
about
up money.
moving and I'm like looking at my book collection and like all
Are
my
you moving
card
to
game
Texas?
collections. I don't know yet. I'm still on the fence.
Wait a second. Joe, is there a possibility you're moving to Texas?
Oh yeah,
Possibility.
this is what happens when you leave the podcast early.
Yeah.
You miss out on stuff like that.
Are we about to have one of the greatest fucking home in-person games of all fucking
God, I hope
time?
I
so.
mean, Texas is a big ass place. I mean, it's its own country. It literally was.
You can
for a while
drive
there.
all
Okay,
day.
Yeah.
but I
still
know
not
who
be
you
done.
work for. I know who you work for. So you're
Yeah.
either moving to Houston, the DFW Metroplex, or
Yeah.
fucking San Antonio / Austin. You're not moving to El Paso. It's way
Which is
too
not
fucking
far
hot
from
out
me.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like Austin's
Yeah.
an hour from me.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking Austin because Austin is pretty cool. Even though I hear San Antonio is actually pretty chill too. But
Listen, San Antonio.
Austin's better. Austin, you fit Austin better.
oh yeah. I mean, I'm a dirty
Austin's
hipster.
more
so
techie.
Austin,
It's
yeah,
getting more into
yeah.
the tech scene, where
Okay,
San Antonio
you would
is
like
still...
Austin more. I kind of prefer San Antonio.
Yeah. Also, there's
But-
a lot of gaming companies in Austin, so like if I wanted to transition to a different job, I wouldn't have to move after I got there. But yeah, like I'm looking at like my book collection, and it's just like, okay, like how do I fit all of this into a pod? You know what I mean? Because like I just want to move with one pod. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
You
how
got
do I
99
fit
problems
all
and
of
books
this?
might be one.
Yeah, and like I have all these like old card games, like all like my old Magic the Gathering cards, that I just need to get rid of. And I
No,
might
bring
just-
them. Noah
you might,
wants to
you,
play with
yeah,
them.
yeah,
Bring
you might get a box of old Magic cards, Noah. You might just get a box of old
Do
Magic cards.
it.
But you're not
Get
getting
one
my
of those,
World of Warcraft cards. Those are my favorite cards. World of Warcraft.
I don't
cards.
Just
want
get
your
a little
Warcraft card.
large flat rate box.
Yeah,
After I said to Noah, I
yeah.
just start putting just all kinds of
Yeah.
just stuff in there, and when it gets full,
The-
just there you go.
yeah.
These are my current lands box. I know it's nothing to like gawk out by like anybody who's been playing Magic forever, but this is
Yeah.
non-foils. This is foils. They're both full.
Fucking nerds, man.
Yeah,
Shut the
maybe I'll
fuck
just
up,
send you a
Kristen.
box of stuff. But yeah,
there
like
there
it's just-
are some Magic the Gathering cards in my house that I've played one game with my son when he was in middle school, and I wasn't paying that much attention to it, but he seemed to enjoy it. I have a friend of mine who does it. He does judging at the competitions
Oh, okay.
up in the Connecticut and New England area up there.
That's not a real place.
What,
You can't
Connecticut?
just say it's not a real place.
I mean,
Nobody's been
he's
to
lived there his
Connecticut
entire
ever.
life, so he'll probably tell you it's not a real place either.
Nobody's ever been to Connecticut. I'm fully convinced.
Like it's just not a thing that exists. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
You
that's
know,
that's my
it's
extent of
made
knowledge
up like
to
the
it.
Earth being a globe and not flat.
my friend's mom.
Go sit
had-
down.
Fitting.
My friend's mom apparently had an unopened box of revised cards just sitting in her closet, which like to Magic people, that's a lot of money. Like unopened revised packs are a lot of money. An open revised
I-
box is just like
Can
No,
I
just
whole
have
lot
tell
of
me
them?
you
money.
can't.
Can
no.
I
She
have
she
them?
gave them away to this guy who did some work on her house for
The
her.
Fuck?
And I freaked out. It's like, do you realize how much money you just gave that guy? Because she didn't think about it. She was just like, well, can I give you this for the work? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
no
not gonna
shit.
say no. It's like, it's like,
Fucking A.
like there. I mean, that's. I mean, yeah. Like
On
unopened
the
box
upside,
of
it
revised.
went as payment for something instead of just being donated to a
yeah,
secondhand shop that would have
Yeah.
just.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So they went to
I-
somebody who knew what they were worth ish.
Yeah. You know, he knew he was a
That's
Magic
like
card. Yeah, yeah. And like, I mean, like, even if you're like in
mm,
the periphery of Magic the Gathering, you know that revised is like ungodly
right.
expensive. And like,
That's
it's
like thinking
alpha,
about
beta, then revised. Like, it's
it's that's like thinking about all the shit that you dropped whenever you're new to 76.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it
yeah,
just kind of makes you sick to your stomach because you're like, what the fuck did I put down?
yeah,
Because I
yeah.
know that I had some shit that was worth some like
Well,
good
to be
stuff.
fair, that was pre-modding back in the day, so it's
Yeah.
like now I just like. Yeah, I look at it, it's like, well, I could mod this to be really good, but back then it was just sort of like, well, I can't really mod this, and you know, it's like this
It's
doesn't
of
fit
no
my
use
current
to
play
me.
style. And it's just like, well, I could have sold that to somebody for like 2,000 caps.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
I still have my very first legendary because when I got
That
it, I was
track.
just like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool!" And I've re-rolled it since. It was a 1-star instigating handmade, and now it's a 3-star anti-armor.
Hmm.
I got
Um,
rid of mine like immediately. I was like, this sucks. Then I just threw
Fucking
it into
A.
the thing and got I was like,
I
this
had
sucks.
my first thing a Raider Power armor somebody had dropped for me right around the same time, and it was a Raider Power armor. And then I realized I could carry so much more
Yeah,
without the power armor. And once I figured
yeah,
that out, I have power armor for aesthetics, and that's it.
Like I carry my
And
excavator with
for
calibrated
base
shocks.
jumping.
yeah.
Yeah. But I carry my excavator with calibrated shocks so that in case I need to carry something, like it barely gets me over that carry,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what I usually carry, but I'm just like, if I just need that little bit.
I mean,
I use
I
it for
will
jumping
slow
off the
walk.
bridge.
I will slow walk to a train station. I don't
That
care. Like,
tracks, Joe.
yeah, I like this means more stuff to kill. And if you
So
don't like killing
And
stuff, that
and
game's not
pick
for
up
you.
stuff along the way, even though you're still over encumbered.
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
It's
so you
like
want to know what my one of my favorite things besides dropping Nuka Shine for level 2s, what one of my favorite things to do is in
I play
76.
on
Dropping the stim
PC.
packs.
No, it's the Nuka Shine challenge where you get naked and
Oh
you
yeah.
craft a level 1 knife and you just take off all your armor and you take a Nuka Shine and you don't look at the map and you make it you have to go back. Whoever makes it back to their camp first wins. But you get a level 1 combat knife. That is all you get.
I like that. That
And
sounds
you
fun.
cannot look at the map. Like you have to make it back by memory.
That sounds
And if you
I'd
end
win
up
that
down in the
challenge.
bog,
fun. I mean, I wouldn't get back first because I would just be running around everywhere. Like if I'm just naked with a knife, I'm just gonna have a ball.
well, it's hilarious to watch people like walk up on you in the wasteland. They're like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah.
Like
Because I refuse
just
to get in area chat. I'm just like, I'm still in party chat. Like these guys are just following me around. Like, what the fuck? Why is she naked?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's on PC, Jenny. They don't love us.
So I guess we should probably switch into our gaming topic then, since we're already talking about
Yeah.
video games.
Legend
Fall
of fucking Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Why is it the best game fucking ever?
I can't
You
get
good,
it,
bro?
so
Wait, is that not what the topic was?
we will actually talk about that. But first,
Yeah, Jenny would
let's
have
talk
hooked you
about
up.
76 first.
Love 76. It makes me
Anybody
happy.
have any updates on that?
I haven't played in a while.
the they brought back the mutation events for I think like a week or something. So the top of every hour plays a mutated event, which is good. They still need to have some variety in there, but like I want to see a mutated radiation rumble. I'm tired of seeing mutated eviction notice.
Eviction notice pisses me off.
uh Cold shoulder though, I have found I sit in the upper corner where the fire starters spawn, and I shotgun them with the cold shoulder. And
Yeah.
that's always I love hitting them with the the cold shoulder because they get frozen and it's them trying to load their flamer and shit, and they're just in slow motion. Like
I lo-
yes,
like I love how we all have these like little niche things that we do that no one else gives a shit about. It's just something that makes us insanely happy. Yeah.
I just like
uh,
being a Mothman cultist. When I can be a Mothman cultist, I'm at my happiest. Just like
well
weirding
they
people
just
out.
finished the Mothman
Yeah.
Equinox
Yeah, I know.
event.
I didn't play it.
Hold up.
I should have.
Jenny, what's
There
the
was
spicy
nothing
3
new
star?
since the last one.
Yeah. Was that?
What's a spicy 3 star? Somebody tell me.
Oh, just good
Oh,
street stars.
So what the so things that can drop out of that is like
God,
there's
I haven't
one
done
called
in a while.
Overkill, and it's a fat man. It's like a 2-shot fat man called Overkill.
Oh,
I've
okay,
seen
I'm
Um,
with
that.
you.
yeah, I think does Boomstick drop out of there too?
No.
It is a what else drops out of there? There's a Overkill. Um, oh, I can see it in my inventory, and I can't think of the name of it now. It's not Prejudice.
Thank you, Jenny.
Peacemaker. Peacemaker,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Peacekeeper,
Peacemaker.
something like that. Peacemaker or Peacekeeper um, drops out of there too. But yeah, they drop a good amount of stuff, but they also drop a shit ton of chems and other stuff. So
Okay.
sometimes it's easier, like the pails, to keep it in inventory until you know you have room for it, or you're at a train station where you can just chunk it
Yeah.
or
Figuration
hawk it.
just pisses me off because I'm like, I don't want all this shit.
The
uh,
Radiation Rumble, though, I love that because I'm like, oh yes, all the stuff.
Yes, that makes me happy.
The
I should-
reflective mutations, though,
Oh,
I
I don't
hate
like the
those.
sound it makes.
That thump.
Yeah, I don't like that. It hurts my feelings.
Yeah, because it's usually like immediate death as soon as I hear that sound. Even
Are
if
you
I'm playing
bloody?
with my high health character, I have a bloody one and a high health.
Oh.
And so when I hear it on the high health, I might die.
Right.
But I definitely look to check the health.
Like,
And then with my bloody character, I'm like, yeah, it's
I can't play bloodied. Like, I get stressed out.
yeah, I don't
I
like
have to
bloody.
have like everything
Yeah.
full. Like,
Yeah.
I have to full food, full thirst, and full health. Like, I can't do bloodied.
Is it Natalie who plays bloodied? I think she's the one who plays
Natalie plays
bloodied.
bloodied, I think.
Yeah.
Jen plays bloodied, but what is
no,
Sam
Noah
play?
plays
Yeah, let's see.
76.
Yeah.
Noah.
Noah anti? No, I'm not anti.
He's
76.
just not talking right now. He got the
He's
hat
waiting
turned.
for the Zelda. He's waiting for the Zelda the
So
Zelda
I didn't
experience.
realize I put my hat down that far. I'm sorry.
Looked like you
Uh,
were like not paying attention to
Well,
us
then
at
hold on.
all.
No,
No,
I just
tell us about Zelda.
no,
well, yeah.
no. We're talking about 76.
Well, are like, is there anything else for 76?
I could talk about 76 all day.
Now
Yeah.
waiting for them to come
Uh,
out with the new season, so everything's kind of stalled right now. Like I'm sitting at rank 159 right now.
When's
So
the
when
I
I
thought
get
they
on
scoreboard?
just came
tonight, I'll
out
get
with
to
a
rank
new
60.
season.
When does the scoreboard reset?
Mid to late June.
oh, okay.
Mm.
Still got time.
So I
That's
may
fine.
end up hitting rank 100 because 160 is the highest I've been, and I'm gonna hit that probably tonight after I log in because I haven't logged in all day today. Our internet's been spotty.
Well, I haven't logged into 76 in a month and a half. I don't think I played
No,
any of this new
no,
season.
it's been less time than that. Last time I was on.
Oh, no, you're right. I logged in a couple days before Jedi Survivor came out, and then I had to
yeah.
I deleted 76 to make room for Jedi Survivor.
What?
That's understandable.
Jedi Survivor's 165 gigs.
Yeah.
And
that's
I wasn't
understandable.
deleting WWE. I
Well,
wasn't
sure.
deleting. Yeah, no, I had a few things I
If
couldn't
Noah
delete.
tells you he's gonna delete
Fucking
WWE,
priorities.
it's code for something.
Yeah, and then because I had WWE, I had the Resident Evil 4 remake, I had Fallout 76, and I had something else. And then Jedi Survivor was going to be 165 gigs, and I was like, well, I gotta fucking delete something.
that's the thing I hate
And-
about new games. It's like they're so
Yeah.
massive. They're so, like Warzone.
So-
Warzone is just huge.
Well, I play PUBG, and that's only a 24 gig download. So
Yeah. I
But
play Star
I was
Citizen,
like-
and I'm not even sure how many gigs that is, but I know it's a
Yeah.
lot because I have a dedicated hard drive just to Star Citizen. So
I did that for my husband. I got a memory
sacrificed
card for his.
All of you.
I sacrificed 76, but I have completed. I have gotten my platinum in Jedi Survivor. So
okay.
until there is DLC to be had for Jedi Survivor, that will probably be going away pretty soon,
Yeah.
and then Fallout will come back to the PS5.
I'm
But
gonna
I
get bored
mean-
enough with it on PC to maybe not important enough on PC to leave
On the
it.
dark side?
But I want to try 76 on the PlayStation because my husband's got a PlayStation.
Okay.
I'm really terrible with controllers. I'm much more of a mouse and keyboard kid.
Get your
Does he get
ass over there. We will hook
Does
you
he have
up.
Does he have a PS4 or PS5?
5.
It's
It's
easier
got
to
mouse and
play.
keyboard
He
support.
has a digital and a disc.
It's got mouse and keyboard support.
Look at you being
Yeah.
all bougie.
So
I
you can
mean-
just like grab a fucking $20 wireless mouse and keyboard from Walmart and
I-
play 76 just fine.
I mean, honestly, we are the PC master race, though. I don't see any reason to ever downgrade into a console system because
Well, the only thing I like about the console systems, I will say the only perk that they have is that you can buy a console for about the price of a PC graphics card.
yeah,
About the same price for a
Mm,
good
I mean,
graphics card.
for an okay graphics card.
Oh my
for
god,
an
everybody
okay graphics
for a
goes
poor
head.
graphics card. Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't
but
say
the thing
that.
is, here's the thing:
Benny,
for
I'm with you over here.
$1,000, you could get a graphics card that is going to outlast that console and probably the console after that. I bought the top of the line AMD card, and it's lasted over 2 consoles because I went and spent $800, which back in that time was a lot of money for a
You
graphics
fucking
card.
nerds, all y'all.
But
Well,
it lasted
and I
two.
see
It
it
Same
the
what I
lasted 2
opposite
dropped
though
on my fucking
sometimes.
graphics card.
Yeah,
It-
they're
My
a lot more expensive now.
my husband's
A little bit.
my gaming rig and his gaming rig are totally different because I have mine spec for not as high quality games because I don't
Yeah.
the like 76 is the highest um, processing kind of game that I play, and my computer can handle it just fine. His computer he spec'd for Battlefield.
Oh, okay.
Fuck
so-
yeah,
and
my
he-
dude.
But so what? He can't play 76
Um,
and it can run Battlefield?
no.
Oh, he can
Mine,
play both.
mine.
Yeah,
No,
let's
no, no.
say.
Mine can. My
Okay.
um
Yeah.
is currently in timeout because when I moved it, the cord for it, the cord for the internet wasn't long enough for it, so I just sat in timeout and I just play on his
Okay.
rig all the time. But his rig is up to he's got the 3090 in it,
Oh, that's a good card. Yeah.
That's a good card.
and so that's what I play on. And he plays on his console, so he plays on the PlayStation so much. I say this because I can see it from where I'm sitting right here.
That-
So he
that-
does his
that-
console. Yeah.
that blue
So
yeah.
he
light.
does a console and his computer's over there.
To be honest, I built a second computer for my living room just so I didn't have to buy a console. So I have 2 gaming PCs in my house.
So well,
so
yeah, that's what
here's my
I let
approach.
him get a second PlayStation so we could have one in our room and then one in the bedroom. And that way he can also do he's got the thing about doing the achievements, do a platinum any game he
Yeah.
plays, he wants to be able to platinum it, and some of those require like multiplayer. So I have an account. I have a PlayStation account. And so he'll use my account on the other PlayStation to help with the multiplayer stuff.
Okay.
Hold on,
So-
is it
so
bad
here's-
that I bought a PS5 just to play 76 on?
No.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Now,
76.
here's
I
my
love
approach.
76. It's not a good game. Like I love it to death. It's not a good game.
It has
It's
has
Shut your poor mouth, Joe.
potential. It is
It's
a
had potential for like 5 years.
I
Shut your
play
Yes.
mouth.
I love
We're
it.
not,
I
we're not
love
friends
it.
anymore.
I love it.
I
I
play
love it to death.
all multiplayer games on my big beefy PC right here.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
nice little 32-inch fucking curved Samsung monitor that I have. Right,
Wash your hands.
Yeah.
right there. Okay. All
yeah. This is
single
this is
player
the
games
this
are
is the
played-
work office one.
are played on the 85-inch back there with the soundbar. So like, my Skyrims, my Zeldas, my fucking Jedi Survivors, my WW 2K23, Hogwarts, all that kind of shit gets played on the console over there on the big TV.
Yeah.
See, I would struggle
maximum
bouncing
immersion.
between the two of them.
Yeah, my maximum immersion is a 140-inch projector screen with the 1080p projector with 60 hertz, so it's like decent. And so I only had to build a decent PC for my living room, and I have an Xbox controller, and it's like I can play PC games on it. Like when
Well,
Star Citizen, if it ever comes out on console, I might consider a console, but it's not going to ever because there's no console that can handle it. So it doesn't
I've got-
matter. I'm not gonna play it.
I got 4K uncapped over here right?
Yeah,
It's whatever the game will support is what I'm getting frame rate
it's
rise.
fine. Yeah.
And then over here I've got 4K 120 with
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
0 millisecond response time and
Yeah. But it's
all
just
that good stuff.
there's games that I
There's
want to
just
play. Yeah.
but I don't want to play something like Jedi Survivor on this monitor.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I'm
that's
saying?
why you build a
I wanna,
second PC for your living room.
yeah, my wife would fucking murder me.
That's why
But
you can't
it's
be
a
married.
like I've got a PC, I've got a
Tell her
Xbox
she can play
Series
Animal
X,
Crossing on it.
I've
Yeah.
got a PS5, I've got
Fuck.
I've got a Switch OLED, my wife has a Switch, and then there is an Xbox Series S in every room in this house
Jesus
except
Christ.
this one. And those are Netflix machines.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And the occasional I want to play fucking Sea of Thieves, but it's 2:00 in the morning and I don't really want to sit in my chair, so I'll lay in my bed with a controller and bug map for 2 hours.
Never played that one. Was it
Sea of Thieves is great. You want to talk about a real fucking game?
If anybody
just kidding.
who's in the chat does play Star Citizen, please get with me. We need to save up our money to get an Idris. I'm just going to put that out there. It's $1,200 currently. We could do this. Please help me get an Idris. Please
Wait, what's
donate
going
at
on?
least.
But here's the thing, Joe. I want to play Star Citizen, but I can't.
Why?
I got way too many expensive hobbies as it is,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
add another. I've got people begging me to play Warhammer, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you
Don't
don't
play Warhammer.
understand.
Don't play Warhammer unless you buy a resin printer and you pirate the minis, because you can actually get cooler minis pirated than they actually make for the game itself. But I know that we're not monetized, so I can say that because we're not getting paid from Twitch regardless. If you get a Resin 3D printer, for sure, play Warhammer. It's fun as hell. Play one-page rules though. One-page rules is really fun.
I'm actually
yes.
this close to buying a 3D printer.
Yeah, it's worth it.
We've got some here, and we've tried the FDM ones, so the
Yeah.
filament ones. We
Yeah.
got those first, and then my husband it's his hobby. I just benefit from it.
Yeah.
And then he got some resin ones as
Yeah.
well. So
So you could play Warhammer 40K. What was I gonna say?
I'm gonna have him do my Hero
God
Forge.
damn it! Now I'm looking
character.
up fucking Star Citizen. You mother.
Resin has so the upside with resin, better detail,
Yeah.
higher maintenance.
Yeah. And stinky. It can kill you.
Yeah, even if you get the low odor
Yeah.
resins, it still smells, but it's got great detail. It really
Yeah.
does. It's really good with the detail.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about like separation
Yeah.
layers and stuff like you can with the FDM. But it all depends on what you're making.
Yeah.
So I was like, have both,
If you're
honey. Have both.
Yeah. You really want both if you're doing Warhammer. What was I going to say? I am poor in Star Citizen, and I have about $800 worth of ships. And I am considered poor, so. But I do have the the Ares Ion, which is like a gun with wings. It's like the A10 Warhog, if you've ever seen one of those. It's like that. Yeah, it goes burr. That's all it does.
Wait,
and
but
I
does it
love
play
it.
Fortunate Son?
No, it doesn't, but I can blast it. And then I have all the pirate ships because I love my pirate ships, but yeah. I don't have the Caterpillar yet, but I have all of the actual offensive pirate ships because I love being a pirate even though I'm bad at it.
You can be a pirate in 7th Sea.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you looking at the prices right now, Noah?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't
Don't
do
do
that.
that.
Do I want to buy the UEE Exploration 2950 for $1,200?
Yeah, you do, but you shouldn't. But you do.
You
Trust
do.
me.
You want to buy that.
Once you actually walk around in these ships and fly them with other people, you're gonna be like holy smoke! Like just watch
How
some
much
YouTube
is this game going
videos.
to cost?
It
I
only
don't
costs
want to watch YouTube
I think
videos
I just had a
because then I'm
stroke.
going to buy it.
like watch the YouTube
cannot-
video on the 890
Joe.
jump, and you
Joe.
will have to be in the game.
Joe, he is Autismus Prime. Do not do this to him. He's going to buy
I am
whatever the
too.
fuck
That's
he's going
why
to buy.
I like it's like but he out of all the people I know, he would like it the most. Like watching
What's
YouTube
up?
video of the 890 jump. and
Courtney, I
it's a,
tried.
it's a space yacht. It's a space yacht. Like it has a
I can't
pool
watch
in
What?
it.
What am I
It has
looking
a
up?
pool.
Don't go
It has a
there.
sauna. It has a sauna.
What am I looking up? Star
890 jump.
Citizen
890 jump.
890 jump.
Yes, it is a capital ship. It takes like 20 people to fly it completely. It is beautiful.
What?
Yes, it's a star
Star
yacht.
Citizen Origin 890 jump. YouTube.
While he's watching that, also look up the Idris because it's like they're selling it again and it's $1,200 and I want it. Yes, yeah. Why must stuff be so expensive? Yes, story of my life. Story of my life.
Where's the jump? Show me the jump.
I
the whole
am-
thing's a jump. Yeah,
I am very
yeah,
lucky that
yeah.
my hobbies and my husband's hobbies are able to be funded by his job.
Yeah.
job
yeah.
Is to I cheerlead for him. Like, all
Okay.
right, you got this, honey. You do this convention. You do this. You
Yeah.
get this
God
invitation.
damn
You
it.
got all this.
The
Yeah,
fucking
I mean-
video said it's not a ship, it's a lifestyle.
Yes.
Bitch.
Yes.
How the fuck?
Yes. Like, dude, just watch it. Just watch it, because I know you're gonna message me later. You're gonna message me later and be like, okay, how much does this cost? And I'm gonna tell you that ship's $1,000, or it
Hold
might be
on, I'm
900.
looking.
But like, no matter what, it's really expensive.
I'm
But-
I'm looking.
See, this is like I don't want
Courtney?
kids for just because of this reason, so that I can have $1,000 internet spaceship. You know
Hold
what I mean?
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna need a permission slip from your wife before you buy anything.
Yeah.
You be quiet, lady.
All right,
I will
so
message her right now.
we're gonna have to wrap up here soon.
So
let's
I
see
can
what
get a
else I said.
Mustang Alpha starter pack for $45, Joe.
Yeah, and I will murder that Mustang Alpha with my giant burr gun immediately. Get the cutter. The cutter is better. The cutter is what you want. Drink all the
Oh,
I
way.
can get a
dear.
cutter starter
Okay,
package for
We gotta get the fuck
$60.
off of
Yeah.
here. I gotta eat
Yeah.
dinner.
All right, so I guess I think we got a couple more topics. We were going to talk about MMOs that are coming to PS5. Did you guys
Oh my
watch those?
No.
you
I
guys
have
watch
not
the-
yet.
Oh, okay,
I have
we'll talk
not.
about that in the next stream. Casey sent me
I
that.
was
We'll talk about that in the
sleeping.
next stream. I think that's about it. What did we have any other topics?
I think
we,
that was
we
it.
can
We
save
had
them for
everything we
next
needed
time. I think we can save them for next time.
to.
Not unless you want me to talk for the next 6 hours about why Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is the greatest goddamn game ever.
Oh,
Okay, we have to
yeah,
cover
yeah.
Zelda next week. We have to cover Zelda next week.
Yeah, I think Kristen's tired and hungry, so
Kristen needs to eat.
yeah.
We have one viewer, and I'm pretty sure it's one of us. So
Yeah. Oh, I think we have 2 viewers. No, we only have 1 viewer. Yeah. Okay.
lost
let's
one.
bounce. Let's bounce. All right. I'll see you guys.
I love you guys.
Okay,
who wants to do
I'm
the
looking at
outro?
Star Citizen.
Wait, is it Jenny? It's Jenny.
Jenny, you want
It's
to do
Jenny.
the
I
outro?
never Jenny.
You did the intro. You're doing the outro, lady.
All right.
Bye, Jenny.
I expect levels of hype.
Now you're putting me on the
Carney-esque.
spot.
Carney-esque.
All right. You have been watching this fabulous, wonderful group of people for our Monday night RPG talk show. We will see you next Monday. Same time, same channel, same awesomeness. Later.
Bye.
But more autism.
But more autism.
More autism.
Okay.
Fuck.
Bye.
Bye.